All right, y'all. This is Liz, my granddaughter. That's Kyle, my grandson. That's Caroline and Megan. And these are all my grandkids right here. And my great grands. And this is Natalie. And this is Adelie. And Lenny. And Hudson is over there. And they are tasting of this caviar. All right. Is it good?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, y'all tell me.
Yeah, I know. I'm rationing. Well, I didn't want to share it. I'm like, I
All right.
All right, y'all give me your opinion.
very good.
Delicious. Caroline. Caroline has not had it. She's a little. She doesn't eat everything. Yes, she does. Yes, rather than cowboy. Okay. Kyle, was it good?
Absolutely.
Okay. Megan?
It was delicious.
Okay. Liz?
Very good. John will have to make this at home.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, Hudson.
Oh, there's Hudson. Oh, yeah. All right, y'all. All right, Addie.
No comments about us eating from the bowl, licking our fingers. It's all family.
It's all in the family.
Yeah.
This is just what we
We
do.
don't care.
Yep. Love y'all. See you next time. Good afternoon. I told y'all next time you saw me, I'd be in Maine, and I'm in Standish, Maine. This is my grandson, Jonathan Powell, and
Hi.
he's going to be helping me today, and we're going to be doing a dish called Texas caviar, Cowboy Caviar, black eyed pea dip. There's so many names for it, but Kerth is going to make or John is going.
Doesn't matter. It's
It doesn't
interchangeable.
matter. We call him Kerth. I mean, he's my oldest grandson. He was my first grandson. So
Favorite.
favorite. He always says favorite.
Uh-huh.
And Kerth is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful cook. He could have been a chef, but he missed his calling. So he's going to read you the ingredients in the dressing. I'm going to be putting the other together, and I'm going to be prepping while he is telling y'all what he's going to put in it.
Okay, so we're going to start with this.
Yes.
All right, so for the dressing for this, we're going to use olive oil. Can we go through the measurements too? Or?
Yeah,
Or we'll
you
just do
can,
that as-
and then because
So it's going to be a quarter cup of olive oil, 4 tablespoons of lime juice, a teaspoon of cumin, half a teaspoon of paprika, 3 teaspoons of salt, and a half-ish teaspoon of honey. And that's going to be with what is this, teaspoon?
that is 1 teaspoon.
1 teaspoon of minced garlic. Okay, so olive oil, lime juice, cumin, paprika, salt, honey, and garlic.
Red wine.
And we're going to add this. This is the audible, so we're going to do this one on the fly. So we're going to add red wine vinegar. This is going to be about, you said, what did you want, 4 tablespoons? 4 teaspoons?
No, 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons, okay.
Yeah.
So, I don't measure anything, so I
He
just...
cooks like me. I measure for y'all so to give y'all, about what's in it, but when I cook at home, I don't measure. Kerth doesn't measure, so.
So we're just going to go ahead and start. You want me to go ahead and start mixing this up?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll start with our quarter cup of olive oil.
And this is John's daughter,
Adelie, and she is 4 years old, aren't you, baby? She's 4 years old.
already learning to cook in the kitchen with her daddy.
That's right.
All right, next up is 4 tablespoons of lime juice. So we've got 2 limes here. Go ahead and open these up. So 4 tablespoons. We're just going to juice both of these things in there.
I've already mashed them for you. So.
Yep, they are nice and soft.
Yep. While Kerth is doing that, I'm cutting up red onion. I'll tell you what's going in the this bowl. It's 1 15-ounce can of low sodium black beans. It is 1 15-ounce can of black eyed peas. 1/2 cup of whole kernel corn, and this is frozen. 3 scallions, and I forgot to get them out. I'll have to get them. 1/3 cup of red onion, 1 small. We had what kind of serrano peppers, but I'm telling you, they were so hot. I said, Jill, we can't use those. It calls for jalapeno peppers, but I'm just going to put a little bit of cayenne in it since we don't have the jalapenos. 1/2 cup of celery and 1/2 cup of cherry tomatoes. Now, I've got cilantro out here, and you can put cilantro in it if you want to. We're going to use it on the side so people can add it as they like it. And we don't have avocado, but you can put a 1/2 cup of sliced avocado in it if you want to. So I'm just going to be putting all that over here, and Kerth, take it away.
Okay. So just so everybody doesn't lose track, I didn't do anything over here while Grandma was covering that stuff. So we've just got our 1/4 cup of olive oil and 2 tablespoons or the juice of 2 limes. That's in there. We're going to go ahead and throw in our audible. So this is going to be 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. That just means it's got a slow pour on it. So that's about 2 tablespoons. At least it's going to be for the purposes of what we're doing right now.
While you're doing that, I'm getting the green onions.
Okay. Next up, cumin. So 1 teaspoon of cumin. Let's find where we got it. All right. So teaspoon of that. 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. And 3/4 teaspoon of salt. Is this unlabeled thing salt?
Yes, it's salt. Yes, it is.
All right, salt's in there. 1/2 teaspoon of honey. That sounds a little light.
It did to me too, honey.
Is that to keep the sugar down? Or?
I would put, I don't know, but I would put more than the.
I've never used a 1/2 teaspoon of honey
to
sweeten.
I haven't either.
To sweeten anything. Okay, we're gonna do more than a 1/2 teaspoon.
Yeah,
because a 1/2 teaspoon of honey hasn't done
definitely
anything.
more.
But I mean, I don't even. I think you use more than that if you're spreading it on toast.
You do.
It's not gonna do anything. So
yeah.
All right. So what we're gonna do, just so that we're gonna do at least a tablespoon of that.
And you can taste of it, and you may have to add more.
1 teaspoon of minced garlic. Okay. What is this thing?
All right.
No, I've got it.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I just don't.
It's Pepper Chef. I figured you'd know what it was.
Well, it's a measuring device, though.
Oh, that's right. All right. While he's doing that, I've shown y'all before how you string celery. Always string your celery. Just take a knife, go right under it here, pull down. Because if you don't get these strings off, they're going to be in your food. I've told you that many times. Always make sure you string your celery. Because you don't want stringy celery in your food. All right. I have put my corn, my black beans, and my black-eyed peas in here. I'm eyeballing this now. I'm putting my red pepper. Now, but the recipe will be in the description box. The full recipe for the sauce and for the dressing and for the caviar. So, and I've got some scallions. I call them green onions because we grow them in the garden. So I just call them green onions. And I have washed them, and I'm going to use the green and the white part. So I always take, there's a little skin there. So I always take it and peel that skin off. This one doesn't have much of it, but these are really nice onions. They don't have that little skin. So I'm just going to chop these. All right. I'm going to be chopping these while Kerth's doing his thing. What does it taste like?
Olive oil.
Does it? All right. Whatever you need to add to it.
All right. All right. We did a teaspoon of minced garlic before. We're going to kick that up. We're going to do another teaspoon of that.
Keep up with what you do because I'll put it in the description box.
Okay. Yeah, so instead of the 1 teaspoon, we're going to do two teaspoons of the minced garlic. What would we have? Half is a 1 teaspoon of cumin. Just going to add a little bit more of that too.
We like for our food to be very, very flavorful, don't we, Kurt?
Yeah. So what I'm doing now, I'm going back and I'm adding a little bit of everything. So we'll update the.
This is the way we cook.
We'll update the recipe.
I love to be in the kitchen with Kurt because he cooks like I do. He's a better cook than I am, but he does it a lot like I do. So, where'd you learn, honey?
With you starting at 5 years old. Right, that's better. We still need more honey though.
Okay.
How about the vinegar? The red wine vinegar?
No, we had enough of that. I think because that's all I was getting when I was tasting it before was just red wine vinegar and olive oil, and not enough of the enough of the other ingredients in there. So
now I've got little grape tomatoes here. I'm cutting up. It calls for a half a cup, but I'm doing more like probably a cup in it. So, but you can adjust. I'm going to give you the recipe. You can adjust it any way you like, any way that suits your family, whatever you want to put in yours and how much you want to put. I would follow this basic recipe though, and then you can add to or take away whatever you want.
I got a question. No, I got a question. You know what it's missing?
What?
Black pepper.
Okay, hold on. No, this will be okay. There you go. It's still not sweet enough to make her.
No, and I just added more honey to it.
Yeah. I still would add more.
You know what? You know why? The addition of the vinegar kind of canceled out some of any of that sweetness.
Mm-hmm.
So.
It did. All right. I've got my peppers. I've got my scallions, my red peppers. I've got my tomatoes. I've got everything in mine. So now we're waiting on Kurt. Except my celery, y'all.
We're about at a quarter cup of honey.
That's okay. If that's what it takes. Taste of yours and adjust it to ever how you want it to taste. I wanted this one just a little bit sweeter, so I had forgot to cut my celery. So this is going to be about a 4th cup of celery. And I took that 1 stalk of celery, I cut it 3 times because I want it diced really small.
I think that's better. You want to taste that?
Yep. That's better. You think it needs anything? Does it need more salt?
I already added a little bit to it.
Okay. All right.
We got about a teaspoon in there, if
All
not
right.
just over.
What do you think? I think it needs more honey.
It's got a good bit of honey in there.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
It's good, but
Honey, whatever you think it needs, put it in there. Because we don't have any seasonings in this at all.
Yeah.
And this is black beans and peas and corn and tomatoes. This is the way we cook, y'all. We taste, we add to, we taste, we add to, we just make it the way we want it to taste. We take a basic recipe.
I don't know. I'm always heavy on garlic.
Yeah, well, we love garlic. But we take a basic recipe and make it the way we want it. Oh, now that's better. Oh, that's good.
There we go.
Okay, this is it, right?
It was the salt and the garlic.
It was the salt and the garlic.
That brought everything else up.
All right.
I don't know what everybody else's experience is, but my experience has been salt acts as an amplifier for everything else that you're putting inside in the recipe. So whatever your other dry ingredients are, garlic has a little bit of that same quality. But whenever I use salt, sometimes just adding a little bit more salt brings up everything else too in the recipe. So then all of a sudden you can kind of taste, like the cumin and the paprika and everything else starts coming through when there's just the right amount of salt in it.
All right. We got to have a taste tester. Who's going to be my taste tester? Husband. You want to taste, baby? I'll just use this spoon.
No,
No?
this is John's other son, husband.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll
Jill?
taste it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Is that good?
That's amazing.
This is Jill. This is my daughter. We're all at her house. All Lenny's kids, her husband,
Wow.
and
That's delicious.
okay,
Yeah.
good.
That's delicious.
All right. Food feeds the family. Family feeds the heart. God feeds the soul. Put deliciousness back in your cowboy or Texas caviar. Isn't it? See you next time.